Hey, my name's Will. In this video, I want to share with you a list of success habits that I have added after studying hundreds, if not thousands, of successful people and just boiling down all the things that they do. And then on top of that, all the other stuff books on psychology, happiness, well being, how to live longer, health, energy, all those things boiled together to like the essential, highest impact stuff. And that's my list of success habits on a daily basis. So, again, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a very brief bio on why I do these things. Obviously, all my other content and all my other book recommendations go deep into depth on the psychology and all the other reasons I do this stuff. And I guess I really recommend you read the books and stuff because it goes really into depth on the science and the all the reasons and stories about why they work. But anyhow, here's the brief explanation. Well, they help with my emotional resiliency, my energy levels naturally, my health. They let me live longer. They let me feel happier. My emotional health, my well being just naturally as a person, my success, me achieving my goals, my level of focus, all these things, as well as many others, are why I do these things. Plus the fact that I'm talking a ton of super successful people have adopted some of these Eastern practices, and I definitely believe there's a huge correlation there. So let's get to it. And again, you want to reference all my other material because that's where I focus on why I do these things. So, first thing is at least 20 minutes of meditation. Now, let me note that this has not been fully incorporated. This is my wish list that I want to incorporate into a daily routine. I'm not there yet. So right now I'm starting off at like 2 minutes of meditation a day, just so that I can get into a consistent routine with it. It's something that I don't want to get burnt out by doing too much of it. Second thing is let direct sunlight hit my skin as soon as I wake up, just to let my sleep cycle know when is the morning. Second, the third thing is 10 minutes of comedy, stand up, or something funny every day. So if I have time, I really want to make this into 20 minutes and then make meditation into 30. But right now I'm just starting off slow, and the reason for this has a lot to do with like health and attitude towards life and living longer. All stuff that it's common sense, but most people don't do. So again, there's science that shows this too, but I mean, happiness and laughter and laughing and fun, it's related. Next thing, healthy nutrition. So there's like a whole diet thing that I'm getting into. Again, it's still kind of amateurish, but I'm working on it. Next thing, at least 15 minutes of light to medium cardio. I can go intense too, but if I do, I want to keep it under 30 minutes. Next thing, at least 10 minutes of strength training, and this will be focused more on health and the necessary areas rather than just aesthetics. So aesthetics is also a priority, but it is like second or third in the list. I'm more focused on the muscle groups that no one wants to work out because they're not aesthetically pleasing, but that are essential to my health. So things that are highly underworked, these may just be like weird, vague muscle groups and so forth that definitely need work. For instance, there's like a Jane Fonda exercise that exercises the specific muscles in between your thighs, and it helps with my posture, which I need a lot of help with. And that's not something that's usually exercised, and it's something that requires somewhat feminine exercises to do, but I'm going to do them anyways because health is more important than aesthetics. Plus, there's a lot of emotional reasons behind it too. There's a lot of cultural norms that are not exactly healthy for you. Long story short, and too many people focus on how good you look, and they think that if they look good and they look jacked, then that's what will make them happy, which isn't really the case. And then on top of that, it's not a strong enough motivator for a lot of people just to look good. So next thing is 10 to 20 minutes of gratitude and savoring exercises on a daily basis. This could be nature walks or small things like savoring the food I eat. These are for happiness related reasons. Next thing is using my number one strength in a new way every day. So I've taken tests. I recommend a book called Strengths Finders. Again, I'll link books in the description of this video, as well as in the article that goes into depth about all this stuff in the description. And I used a book to test my strengths, and I found out it was learner. So that pretty much means I have to learn in a new way every day, which is interesting. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but there you go. Next thing is I'm going to use a pen and paper to write out my daily, monthly, and 5-year goals at least twice a day, at the start of the day when I wake up and then when I go to sleep. Again, there's a lot of science behind this, and they don't necessarily have to be money related goals, but if they are, then I use the Napoleon Hill technique, which is I write it out, state it out loud in a definitive way, and tell what value I will give in exchange for it, and then imagine myself already having it. There's a lot going on there. There's subconscious science going on. There's goal setting. There's experiments done that show that if you use pen and paper and write it down, it works better in achieving your goals. Tons of things going on there. Next thing is 5 to 10 minutes of full body stretching and flexibility exercises. Of course, I want to bring this up to 30 minutes, but then, I mean, already these habits have already taken up over 3 hours of my time. So I'm still working out the kinks of this, but this is just because I'm highly inflexible, and that's very unhealthy. And I'm prone to injury, and it's bad for a lot of reasons if I'm not flexible. So this may require yoga, which I'm getting into. Next thing is Tony Robbins positivity affirmations. I'm gonna go for 5 minutes a day, and perhaps I'm just gonna wrap this into one and condense a lot of these. So what this means is stuff like saying, I am awesome, I am an incredible individual, I am positive, I am amazing, I am enthusiastic. Saying stuff like that just to get you going. And then there's 2 more. I start my day off with my number one important task that I want completed, and focus on that for at least 30 minutes. So what most people do is they just do whatever, but if I want to get the most number one important thing out of my day first and done immediately. And that's something I learned from a lot of successful people. And then the last thing is I do something I've never done before, and or go out of my comfort zone at least once a day. So this one is, again, there's a lot going on here. A lot of successful people, they push out of their comfort zone, and many more, they do something that they fear. That's what Will Smith does all the time. He says, my greatest fear is fear itself. And so that's one that's very interesting. Again, there's a lot going on that goes beyond this video, but the point is there's variety going on, adding variety to my life, something I've never done before, and then also adding a level of just pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because a lot of people, this goes back into the book Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, a lot of people are too scared to push outside. So again, you can kind of see that I'm like trying to build this master thing, and I don't, nothing can ever be perfect. But I'm thinking that if I could just do like 50% of this, and like at least turn like 25% of this into like a daily habit, or in the long term, think years into the future, this will help me tremendously. Now, if you want to see all of those listed out in an article that you can print out, and also weekly habits and monthly habits, which are also different from the ones I just listed, you can go ahead and check out the article, which is linked below in the description of this video for all of that stuff. And of course, in the description of this video will also be recommended readings for specific books if you want more details. Again, I'm very excited for this, and I think the biggest challenge is the list is kind of long. It's kind of daunting. So I'm trying to condense it, maybe combine a few of these and just make it much easier, streamline it, and maybe cut out the some of the inessential, or just like bottle it up, because I think right now it's about 3 hours, which is a lot of time to put in. So I do think for sure that a lot of these things can be put into your daily routine without it taking up so much time. And then on top of that, uh, some of this stuff, it should be a daily routine. One thing I might want to add is just community, and just like community engagement, like some level of volunteering or helping. I do have that on my weekly habits, but I think it might go on my daily as well. And that stuff is based off me observing certain towns and communities. There's certain communities and towns in the world, in America, in Australia, in Canada, in Europe, where there's no suicide at all, there's no depression, none of that. And I really look at those types of cultures and see, what are they doing better? Why does that occur? And you realize that one of the big reasons is a certain level of community and just relax. It's like a relaxing attitude. So they're not frantic all the time. Like they'll just be chill, and they'll walk around town and talk to the members of the town. And it's a very community oriented culture. So you have to put that back into your life. So that's all. That's it in a nutshell. Again, my challenge to you is to just choose one of these and put it into your daily routine. That's where I'm going to start myself, so that it doesn't overwhelm me. So the one I will choose starting tomorrow will be a solid 10 minutes of meditation, because that's one of the high hitters. That's why I put it first. And which one will that be? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. We do videos every Thursday, and I'll see you next Thursday. Peace.